Hi friends, today we're going to talk about the Ellis Affair World and Art Bundle by Lisa J. Steele. This, like our other Fate Worlds and Adventures, has two parts in the bundle, the campaign module and the art pack. Let's talk a little bit about the adventure itself, and then we'll dive into both of those pieces. So, the Ellis Affair is a fate mystery based on a real life occurrence: the death of an American businessman, Earl Hancock Ellis, in 1923, and the subsequent international investigation that went on around it. Your players playing this game, your players are going to get involved in solving the mysteries yourself. So you can see all of the bits that are included here, our regular list, including this beautiful art pack by David Flora. This is 54 art tokens with this gorgeous Art Deco frame that Fred has created, and these can be used in this adventure or any other noir-esque black and white era real life campaign that you're using. But the real meat of this is in the campaign module itself, so let's dive in. When you first get to the module at the start page, you're going to get the quick start for the players and for GMs. It tells you what to read and where to go. This also includes 4 pre-generated PC tokens, the Fate deck of Fate points with unlimited Fate points in there, the macro over on the right to roll by token, so you can choose a character and click roll by token and roll based off of that character right into the sheet. And so that's our basic starting page. If you look in the journal, you'll see that there are a whole bunch of handouts here, more so than normally we would have. Most of these handouts are GM only, which is also a change from our usual. Typically, our handouts are accessible to everyone, but because this is a mystery and there's lots of unknowns, many of these handouts, including the GM briefing, the 3 acts, and Mystery Adventures and Fate, are all GM only. Now, I'm going to open up Mystery Adventures and Fate because it's got some really good advice in there. Lisa talks about using the breadcrumb trail, organizing your information, keeping it simple, a really big one, that failure is boring and exposition is boring too. And Lisa has really, really good GMing advice in here that I think applies to really many games, but particularly important in Mystery Adventures. So very good stuff there. The other handout that's worth noting is the sources handout, which includes a few links to the various sources used for the creation of this Fate world. Because this was a real life mystery, you can supplement this with additional resources like, I don't know, Earl's Wikipedia page, for instance. So plenty of good stuff out there to make this even more enriching, even more interesting, and to add even more details. Let's take a look at the various pages. The second page is a rules, tools, and handout page. Hey, that rhymes. In the token, we have a few tokens here. We've got the Fate bookmark, which has the basic Fate rules in it. And we also have, in this module, rollable tables for backgrounds and some instructions on how to use those. And I'll go over and I'll show you that in just a moment. But this is something we're really excited about because it allows you to have one background that the players have all their characters on and that you've been working on without having to switch pages or move tokens or anything like that. You can rotate that background image and change it out. And in a mystery, it's particularly interesting because you can reveal more and more as you go along. So let's dive into that. I'm going to skip over the more tokens page or just look at it very quickly. This is just a few more tokens for you to use in the game. They're all part of the art pack. But here's the meat and potatoes of the adventure. This page has a few things going on. So one of them is that here in the GM layer, you see that we have these 3 tokens that are on the GM layer, and they're semi-translucent right now. Only the GM will see them, and you can change their opacity all the way from full opacity to completely invisible. But regardless of their opacity, that's still only available to the GM. To make them visible to the players, what you'll do is right-click, go to Layer, and choose it to Token Layer, and boom, they go to full opacity, and they're now visible to the players. This is a great way to have these tokens sort of on standby, at the ready, but not revealed until you're ready to. The next thing that I want to show is that rollable table, that changeable background. I've already done it once here. I'm going to set it back to the original so you can see. But the way you change this background is you go to the map and background layer, like I just did, and then you right click anywhere on the map and you choose multi-sided, or on the background rather, you choose multi-sided, then choose side, and you'll get this little picker. It's very small, so I recommend expanding it so you can see the image a little better. And you'll see there are all of these alternate backgrounds that you can change them to, and so you can sort of advance them through these backgrounds as they advance through the story. And once you hit choose, it will reload that background, and again, this gorgeous art we see, and that can be the scene that they're in, that could be the inspirational art, that could be the playmat that you're using. So it's a really, just a really cool a bit of tech from that Roll20 has, and we're using it as much as we can. The other components that you'll find are all the GM characters. These are all the NPCs, whether they're full stat blocks. So for instance, if we look at Dr. Ulysses Webb, we get both his picture here and his description. We also get his character sheet. Because he's an NPC, it's a pretty simple character sheet. But if we were to pull up say Rebecca Dewey, then we get her character sheet, which is fully spec'd out. It's got all of her skills, all of her aspects, her stress track, her stunts, and as usual in the fake character sheet, you can do things that you can have the stunts actually modify the skills. So Rebecca Dewey already has a great +4 notice, and if you were to click on that, it would roll it. But if she's using her keen nose, she gets +2 to detect smells, and if you click here, it's going to roll at +6, and there we go, Rebecca Dewey getting a legendary result. Nice job. Her nose is on the case. I don't know. There's some idiom that I'm probably forgetting. So that is the Ellis Affair by Lisa J. Steele. We hope you enjoy the adventure and that you solve the mystery.